Hi everyone, my name is Bunny and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be going over and reviewing a brand new cozy game that came out just this month. I'll be doing a review Welcome to your new cozy life as a newcomer in a village full of adorable animal friends. Your story starts with you opening a brand new cafe in the area as the owner and main barista of the village's main new coffee shop. With lore to explore, plushies and furniture to collect, and new sweet friends to meet, you're sure to sink into a warm and comfy time with Tailside. So I definitely fell in love with this game, immediately. I personally love all types of games, but a cute cafe management sim like this got me hooked instantly as something to shut off my brain to and relax with. Truly, this game feels like a big warm hug from a blanket straight from the dryer. The art style was personally the first thing that I couldn't help. I know pixelated art for video games is pretty popular lately, but I personally think that the way that it was done in this game is very unique and has its own flair and style to it. I also think that the character designs are really nicely done. I like that they're not too busy with unnecessary accessories, but yet feel very memorable and easily recognizable as well. The character's dialogue is kind of humorous and funny, yet super cute and very charming, and I find that the characters are really brimming with a lot of personality. Another important thing to me with these kind of games is the repeatable playability. Is this game going to hook, line, and sinker me? When I play this, I definitely find myself thinking, just one more day couldn't hurt. I know it's getting late, but I think just one more day is fine. Usually if I find myself having that kind of thought, that one more day to explore what's new and unlock new things or discover new features as in-day games go on. That's personally how I measure how good a game is with this kind of daytime into nighttime game mechanic. If I feel like playing one more day is going to be a chore or kind of boring, I already know that it's a game that I'm probably not actually enjoying. But considering this game is pretty simple, I think it's pretty multifaceted for what it is. And there's a lot to unlock, furniture to unlock and decorate with, and even a personal claw machine that you can collect special plushies with as a kind of mini game within the game. This game has a surprising amount of content to uncover considering its base is pretty simple. At its core, it's just a simple cafe management game, but yet I feel like the content is really nice. I'd also like to point out that CoffeeBeansDev, the dev who made this game, is clearly extremely passionate about the game that they created. You can really tell that a lot of love, passion, and care went into every aspect of this game. You can tell it's something that they've worked really hard on for a long time. I'm actually mutuals with the dev over on Twitter via my art account, StrawbunnyCake, and for years I've been seeing them post updates and share news about this game that they've been working on so hard. They've been working on this game so hard, and it's so exciting to see that it's finally out and released, even if it's just early access. I am so excited for them. You can really see how excited they've been over this course of time to share this game of theirs with the whole world. You can just feel that this game is their baby and that they put so much work and care into it. And I really applaud them on an amazing job well done because I personally already adore this game. And I'm so excited for them that it's finally released. Wrapping up all of that, I'd like to touch on some topics of where I think that the game could improve or build on. There's already very few things that I personally feel that this game is lacking in, but I would like to go over a few of the points, so hopefully maybe they will be taken into consideration. As a disclaimer, right out of the gate, from the start, this game, Tailside, has captured my heart, and I don't feel like these points or my feedback diminish the game, in my opinion, in any kind of large way. And I definitely still think that this game is something I really needed in my life, to be honest. I've only reached a few levels past the tutorial, but I hope they add more things that you can make or do. I don't like that there's only 3 drinks that you can make. At least I think that there's only 3 drinks you can make. And I wish, this is just personal, besides adding more drinks, I hope they add other things too, maybe a baking aspect. I already know that one of the characters is a baker, and I'm pretty sure you get her pastries to put in your glass showcase that you receive as you play through the game. However, I do think that actually doing some baking ourselves sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Maybe she could even teach us how to bake. I think it would be really neat. So I do think that adding a little bit more gameplay and maybe a few more drinks would make it feel a little bit less redundant. These smaller points definitely to me make the game feel more early access. And although I do realize this game is actually in early access, I do think that the adding a couple of extra things similar to this would make it feel a little bit more full and engaging. However, I do also know that the dev has been very heavily involved in the communities surrounding their game, and they seem to be taking feedback very seriously and improving upon it. Like literally every single day, I see an update of new improvements. So I am very confident that there's a possibility that they might add more content. And honestly, it's very commendable because there's way too many games out there that get released and then unfortunately get abandoned by the person who made it. So it's good to see that this game was not abandoned at all and that they really care so much about what people think of it. Like clearly, CoffeeBeansDev is extremely passionate about it, and it makes me feel very good playing this game knowing that a lot of love went into it and that they might actually improve and add some stuff into the future. Another minor detail is that when I play through this game, I do encounter some bugs and glitches. Most of them are not earth-shattering or game-ruining, but I will say that the one thing that I did not like at all was that I started playing this game on my ROG Ally, and I wanted to switch over to my laptop, my gaming laptop, and pick up my save file there. However, I learned that save files I don't think transfer even if it's on the same Steam account, which was really disheartening because on my ROG Ally, I had worked so hard to make and decorate my cafe in a really cozy way, and I had already unlocked a ton of stuff, so it was honestly like a huge bummer that my save file didn't transfer. It wasn't that bad because I will say that I do love this game, so I didn't mind starting over too much, but I will say all in all, it was kind of a bummer to have to start over. I will also say that recently it doesn't seem like I'm encountering as many bugs and glitches as I did when I first played the game, which was literally the day that it launched. So it also could be that the dev is already fixing a lot of glitches and bugs as these days have gone on and has been taking in all of this feedback. So there is a possibility that the glitches that I did come across that weren't even that bad anyway have already been fixed. Lastly, this is kind of a neutral point, not really a good or bad point, just something I wanted to mention. It's more of a personal preference thing, but I will say that so far this game is pretty repetitive. I don't mind this personally because I'm not going into this game wanting a bunch of stuff thrown at me and tasks and things like that. But I personally welcome the repetitiveness because I can just turn off my brain, like I said, to it. And yet I think that there's enough content to keep me entertained. However, if you're the type of person that was expecting this cafe management game to have a little bit more substance to it, a little bit more content, things like that, a little bit less repetitiveness, this might not be the cafe game just for you. But to me, I find this repetitiveness a little bit welcome, at least the way that they have done it in Tailside. Again, this is not a negative or a good point. This is just something I wanted to note depending on what your personal preference is. I'd say all in all, and given that this game is still in early access and came out barely a week ago, I would personally, in my humble opinion, give this game an 8 out of 10. Again, keeping in mind that this game is in early access and is technically barely a week old, I do find that this game has a ton of potential. I find that the dev has so much passion for this game, and I really have a lot of confidence that this game is going to continue to improve over time. So I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. And I'm really excited to see what this game has in store for the future. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my Tailside review. If you found this helpful, entertaining at all, feel free to check out my channel and subscribe, like, and or turn on notifications. But of course, as always, no pressure. Okay, that's all the time I've got. I've got to get back to playing Tailside on my gaming laptop through Steam. Bye!